Hey, Real Estate Investing Mastery Nation. What's going on? How are you? I got an exciting episode for you today. I just completed a 5 leads in 5 days challenge, and the results have been really amazing. It's just fun seeing people get excited about sending marketing and getting some leads, and it's really cool. It's a lot of fun. We do this once in a while. We just ended it. It was 5 days, and every morning we released a new video in the Facebook group and showed people some really cool marketing technique and strategy. So what we did on the final day is we talked about follow-up. We talked about following up with the leads that these folks had already received and following up with maybe even other wholesalers' old leads. This is one of the most important topics that we could talk about. And you need to pay attention and listen to this because follow-up is king. Most of your deals are going to come from the follow-up. The deals that we're doing right now, probably 80% of them come from the follow-up. Not probably, I can tell you for a fact. At least 80% of them come from follow-up. They come after 1 or 2, maybe 3 months of follow-up. They come after 5, 6, 7 touches. So follow-up is important. And most wholesalers, 9 out of 10, I'm just guessing on that one, do not do any follow-up at all. So if you want to do more deals, I don't know, maybe follow up with your old leads. And if you don't have any old leads, well then find somebody who does and follow up on their leads for them. Split the deals, right? So this was a really good video that I did. You might be listening to the audio of this, but the audio is the most important thing. Pay attention to this, okay? And there's a few role plays, a couple role plays that Gavin and I did where I pretended to be the seller or the investor and he pretended to be the buyer or the seller or whatever. And I think they'll be really helpful for you. In many ways, having, in my courses and stuff, I have some live seller calls, but in many ways, the role plays are harder and they're more educational because that's just kind of the way it is. But anyway, enjoy this, check it out, and I think you're going to get a lot out of it. Let me just put in a plug here real quick. Our next workshop is coming up in a few weeks. We do these private implementation workshops with clients, and they're a lot of fun. We get a lot done. We roll up our sleeves. We actually just implement the stuff with you in a small room, 10, 15 people. So if you're looking to, if you want some more information about that, the reason why we do this is because we're wanting to grow and expand and do more deals in new markets. So if you're interested in the next one that we're doing, and you want to work with us, one-on-one as private clients, then go to this website, coachjoe.net, coachjoe.net. There's a little video there that tells you a little bit more about what we're doing. There's also underneath the video is a written description of like what we will be doing for you, what you'll be doing for you. It explains it. And if you're interested, there's a button there. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and we'll get on the phone and see if we are a good fit. All right? coachjoe.net. Enjoy this little episode here about the importance of follow-up and pay attention to the role play because I think you're going to like it a lot. All right. See you guys. All right, guys. How you doing? Joe McCall here, and I'm with Gavin Timms.
Guys, how we doing, Joe? Are you good?
Hey, this is exciting. Today's day 5. Day 5 of this awesome challenge, and I'm hoping that you guys are excited as we are about everything that's going on here because today's the money day. Today's the money day. Why is that? Because we're going to talk about follow-up. And here's the cool thing I know about this business. The more leads I have, the more follow-up I get to do. And most 80, 90% of my deals come from the follow-up, right? So the more no's you get now, that's good. That's a good thing because that means you're just that much closer to a yes. The more no's you get, the more leads you get to follow up with, right? So it's important as you're going through and you're scraping phone numbers from Craigslist and Zillow and you're just sending letters and you're talking to property managers and realtors, you're keeping all of that information in your Rolodex so that you can follow up with them later. I have a little story to tell here, and then Gavin's got a story to tell. But like I know a guy who is a wholesaler, but he's kind of a lazy wholesaler. I'm not talking about me. He's a kind of a lazy guy. Like when he wants some money, he'll go out there and hustle really hard and then go back into his man cave after he's made some money and then reemerge every couple, 3 months to do some deals, all right? So what he does, though, is he has a really good Rolodex, a couple hundred active wholesalers, investors, and property managers and realtors and all that, right? You know what he does? It's really simple. Every couple months, he comes out of his man cave. He's like, oh, I need some money. And he's a little stressed, right? He just gets on the phone and he calls everybody on that list and he asks them 2 questions. You want to know what it is? Number 1, hey, I'm looking for deals. I'm looking to buy any deals. Do you have any deals to sell? And then question number 2 is, do you have any? Are you looking to buy any deals? So number 1, do you have any deals to sell? And then number 2, do you have any deals that you're looking to buy? Are you in the market? Are you looking to buy some deals? And guess what happens every single time he goes through that list of a couple hundred? Sometimes he doesn't even finish it. But every time he goes through that list, he's going to find somebody that has a deal they want to sell and somebody else that has a deal they want to buy. He puts them together and he wholesales a deal. He'll buy one from this guy and sell it to that guy. It happens every time. And here's my point. The money is in the phone. The money is in the phone. It's in the follow-up, right? You can go out there and start following up with old leads. We're going to be talking about that in the mind map as soon as we jump in. You can go out there and network with other wholesalers to get their old leads. The money is in the follow-up. I want to stamp that on I have a Post-it note here. I was thinking of some creative, funny way to but I don't have time to do that. But put it on a Post-it note, follow up, and stick it on your head and put it right there on your on your monitor or whatever. Gavin, when you got started, you didn't have any money for marketing. What did you do to start doing deals?
So when I started to network, and I went up to a meetup group the first time I'd ever been to one. I was all dressed up, thought it was all fancy. I'm a real estate investor. Stood out. If I don't stand out enough with my accent, I really stood out. Everyone's in Phoenix. It's hot. Everyone's in shorts and T-shirts. And there's me with a shirt and all the rest of it. So, but anyway, we went around the room and everyone introduced themselves and what they were looking for. And that was my opportunity to stand up and say, look, I need leads. I can close on the phone. I just need some leads. Let's partner on some deals. Kind of sat back down. Started then, a lady locked eyes and said, look, can we talk? Yeah, no problem. Spoke to her after the event. We met for coffee the next morning. She bought a spreadsheet of 60 dead leads. Dead, the name listed, dead leads from 3 months ago in a Google Sheets. And I could see from 3 months of the marketing had gone out, the calls had come in. These are dead, but if you want to go through, there might be something in there, but, there probably isn't. So I said, okay, no problem. So all I did was I started to call them. And I got about 40 of the 60 on the phone, and we got 2 deals from it, okay? Because the situation had changed. So when we sit here and say follow-up, it's very frustrating as coaches, mentors, whatever you want to say that, that we are, because we say follow-up and no one does it. But everyone in this business that makes money, not one person in real estate doing 5+ deals a month will say that they all came this month, because they are lying to you, or they're spending $30,000 a month on direct mail or something, or crazy amounts of money. And they should be doing, if they're only doing 5 from this month, they should be doing 15 that month from follow-up. Okay. So it's really important that you do it, and there's no excuses. Every single one of them starts with a no. Even in our business right now, the last 58 deals we've done, 4 came straight away. 54 deals came from follow-up of 5 to 6 touches on average. Yeah. So important. And we will talk about this, and no one does it. But I guarantee if you do it from a month from now, all these leads from this week, even this week following up, in a month's time following up, you will do a deal eventually.
Follow-up is important. I mean, we could just end this right now.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, we're done. Go do it. No, but we'll teach a little bit more here. So let's jump into the mind map. I love hearing Gavin's story because
it's what made it for me. That's how passionate I am about it, because that's what made me get into it, and it worked. If I don't do it, I'm probably I don't know what I'd be doing.
Yep. So the money is in the follow-up. Let me move my camera around here. Okay, so you see my mind map now?
Yep.
Don't forget, today, 2 p.m. Eastern, is our special implementation coaching call. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we're going to cover in there so you can check it out. So today, 2 p.m., today's Friday. We're going to be giving you a special case study of deals that we're doing right now and how we got the deals. All right. We're going to help you, like, now that you're thinking, I got all these leads, what do I do with them? We're going to be talking about simple ways to talk to sellers, how to make fast, simple offers. We're going to be talking about system and automation, how you can start thinking bigger and get this done for you in spite of you. We're going to talk a little bit about how you can find, hire, and train your own virtual assistants to do it all for you. And we're going to share with you how to get REI Simple, because REI Simple is like the biggest piece of the puzzle. If you've got a good system and a database that can manage your leads and handle your marketing and do your follow-up for you, nothing falls through the cracks. Every seller gets followed up with. And so we're going to be talking about really the most of the time on this is some new amazing marketing tactics and strategies that we're doing right now that's worked better than anything we have ever done before. I've been doing deals since 2008. Crazy, 11 years now. And I've never seen anything like this. The stuff that we teach still works. We're still doing that. But we're doing some new things, specifically with cold calling, where we're not doing any of the cold calling. We're working with VAs that do it for us. It blows away anything that we've ever looked at before. And we're starting to do some new things now with texting, going above and beyond what we've taught you in this challenge. We're also going to spend some time answering all of your questions. So make sure you get on this webinar coaching call today at 2 p.m. It's really important. All right. So today we're going to be talking about follow-up. That's the main thing here. Excuse me. How many leads do you have right now? I want to just encourage you guys, let us know how it's going for you. Comment in the Facebook group. Tell us what's going on. Don't beat yourself up if you've not done all the marketing you should be doing yet, but don't give yourself excuses either. You still have time to make up the 10 letters that you should have sent, the texts and the emails that you should have sent. You can still do that. I know some guys on the last challenge that we did, they just got it all done like the last day. But even if you just do half of what you were supposed to do, that's awesome. That's quite the accomplishment, all right? So don't beat yourself up. We're not here to judge you and condemn you, but let's also challenge you to pick it up, okay? Let's go. Let's do it. Even if it's as you're watching this, even if it's over the weekend, all right? Still do it. It's not too late. It's not too late. So take what we've taught you, do more of it. We said only send 10 letters. A lot of you guys in the comments said, I sent 20 letters. That's awesome. So take what we've taught you and do more. And then eventually start thinking bigger. Start thinking, how can I get someone else to do all of this marketing for me in spite of me? You could take right now these videos and give them to a virtual assistant and have the VA start doing that for you. Now, one more thing too, I'll post this later. We want to hear from you. There's a survey link, and I'll post this link in the Facebook group again. But we want to know how this challenge went for you. We'd really appreciate the feedback. How much marketing did you do? This is all anonymous. We're not going to post. We're not asking for your name anywhere on here. This is all anonymous. We want to know what you thought about the challenge. How many leads did you get? What did you like? What did you not like? What would you recommend doing differently next time? What was your favorite type of marketing? And what were some of the biggest challenges that you found going through this? And what do you need some help with? So we'd really appreciate your feedback with this challenge. Let us know. And the link for that is here in the mind map. I'll also include that link in the Facebook announcements, okay? Now, all right. Send us a video also. Let us know. Send us a video testimonial. Let us know in the Facebook group how it went, and we appreciate it. Today's the Money Day. That's all about the follow-up.
One more thing. If we get video testimonials, guys, anyone that does a video testimonial, I'll get on and do a one-to-one call with you, okay? Because really appreciate it. I know it's uncomfortable to do, but if you come out of your comfort zone, I am willing to do a one-to-one call. Now, you will be scheduled out for the month or something. I'm not saying I can do it next week, but I will definitely do a one-to-one call with you.
I love that. Thanks, Gavin.
Okay.
So when we're done here, will you put that, post that as an individual post?
Yeah.
And mark it as an announcement?
Absolutely.
It's really good. All right. So this is real simple. Nothing fancy here. This is it. This is where the money hits the road. Call 10 people who didn't respond to your texts or emails. All right, you should have sent 10 texts to Craigslist, 10 texts to Zillow, and you sent 10 emails to realtors. You probably have 10 in there who didn't respond. Those are some of the best leads. Don't think of those leads as dead. Call them up, pick up the phone. Now you have an excuse to call them, right? You can say, hey, I sent you a text the other day. Did you get it? Right? So just pick up the phone and call them. Here's a crazy thing too. I want to stretch your thinking here. Don't think you have to know a bunch of information about their house before you call them. In fact, I'd encourage you to not even look at their house, but call them anyway. Because now you have a bunch of questions you can ask them, right? Like for example, let's do a little role play here, Gavin. Is that all right?
Yeah.
I'll be the investor. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Gavin, this is Joe. You probably don't remember, but I sent you a text the other day about your house at 123 Main Street. How you doing?
Yeah, good, Joe. Yeah, I do remember, I think, yeah.
Oh, it sounds like I caught you in the middle of something, though. Is this a bad time?
No, I've got a few minutes. Now's good.
Well, cool. Listen, I'm sorry. I've been texting and calling a bunch of people. I don't remember everything about your house. Your property, I know it must have been a nice house if I would have sent you a text. Is it still available?
Yeah, it's still available. It's a beautiful house. Yeah, you're talking about the one on 123 Main Street, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm a little embarrassed. I don't remember the exact house. But, can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah, I mean, it's in great shape. I've got the pictures on Zillow. They're up to date. We took them probably about 4 weeks ago.
Oh, great. What's the address? I'll write that down and look it up right now again.
Yeah, it's 123 Main Street, Savannah.
Nice. Okay.
And it's a 3-2. We had it as a rental. We put a bit of work into it, and we just want to get rid of it.
Oh, so you're listing it. It was for sale by owner, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That's right. Okay, I remember now. And then what was your asking price again?
200,000.
200,000. Okay. And so, I'm an investor in St. Louis. I know you're far away, so I'm a little familiar with the neighborhood. Is it a nice area?
Oh yeah, great area, great school districts, probably the best in Savannah actually.
Nice.
Yeah. So I think it's going to sell here.
Okay, good. What kind of shape is it in? Is it in good shape?
Yeah, it's in good shape. We just did some paint and carpet, and everything else is good. We just did a new roof about 5 years ago. So yeah, it's in great condition.
Good schools?
Yeah, great school district, the best in Savannah.
Cool. So is it a ranch or a 2-story, or how many bedrooms, baths again?
It's a 3-2, and it's 2-story.
Okay. And so you're selling it for 200,000, right?
Yeah.
Is that a good price for this crazy market?
Yeah, I think it's a great price. I've seen one down the street sold for 200 about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So,
is that a nice house too?
I think, yeah. I mean, I've not been in, but I just seen that it sold. The sell side, and I looked. I guess they got 200.
So you were renting it before, right?
Yeah.
What if you don't mind me asking, what happened to that tenant? Were you getting good cash flow in it?
Yeah, it was good, but I mean, we've had it for 10 years, just over it. We want to start traveling a little bit. I don't want to deal with the hassle anymore. So we just thought, now the market's hot. We just thought we'd sell it. Yeah.
Okay. Were the tenants hard tenants? Is it hard to find good tenants there?
I mean, yeah, it is. It's always hard to find good tenants. And you know what it's like. No one's paying on time. You're always round trying to fix little things, and just kind of over it. It wasn't a massive hassle, just rather get rid of it.
Yeah, I've got some rental properties myself, and it is stressful sometimes, isn't it? If you're not managing it right, or you got bad tenants who don't care about the house like you do.
Yeah.
So what were you getting in rent? What was the monthly rent you were getting?
We were getting $1,500 a month.
$1,500 a month. That's pretty good. Yeah. Is that a good rent for the area?
Yeah, I think we could have got a little more, if I'm honest, but we kind of just kept it so it all was rented real quick. So we might have got 16, but we just kept it at 15.
So I mean, it's none of my business maybe, but why even sell it? Why don't you just continue renting it? $1,500-$1,600 a month is a good rent.
Yeah, it is, but like I said, we want to travel more, and we're going to be out the area a little more. I just don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, I get it. All right, so you have it listed for sale. Have you thought about just listing? I'm not a realtor, by the way. I'm just an investor. You have it for sale by owner. Why don't you just list it with the realtor and probably sell it faster, won't you think?
Yeah, well, I just didn't want to pay the commissions. You know, every time you paid the commissions and done all that, I'm not getting, too near it. So I just thought, I just didn't want to pay, the 6%.
Yeah. I don't like paying realtor commissions either. I totally get it.
I know, right?
So is the 200,000, is your number negotiable? Is that the lowest you'd go?
I mean, it's a little bit. I mean, what would you pay? What would you offer me?
Oh, I don't know. I've not seen the house yet. Let me ask you a few more questions though. I'd love to make an offer on it. I'm very interested, looking for some more properties in the area. But we buy houses a couple different ways. If let me just ask you again, like, if somebody were to come by and give you an offer for something ridiculous, like 125,000, would you take something like that?
No, absolutely not. No, I don't want any low ball offers. Probably the least I'd do is probably 190.
190. All right.
Yeah.
But you're not in a hurry to sell it, right? You just got plenty of time.
Yeah, no, I mean, we'll see. Yeah, I'm not really in a hurry. We'll give it a few, see how it goes over the next month or so, and then kind of figure out what we're going to do.
Okay. So what are you going to do? Let me just ask you another question. What are you going to do if you can't sell the house? Are you going to rent it again?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it sells, but I mean, I guess if, I don't want to drop the price. I'm not giving it away. I talked to my wife, but I think I probably would rent it for one more year and kind of see what the market does. But I think it will sell.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know if I can make this work or not. I'm probably not going to be able to give you a cash offer and buy it for 190. I don't know. You might not be interested in this, but what if I could lease it from you as an investment property and buy it in a year or two? That wouldn't interest you at all, would it?
Are you going to be living in it?
No, it's an investment property.
Oh, okay. So how does that work?
Well, it's real simple. One of the ways I buy properties is I lease them with a contract to buy them in the future, and I put one of my pre-approved tenant buyers in the house.
Right.
But I stay in the middle. I don't know if this will work, but let me just ask you, and then maybe I can send you a proposal and you can look it over. But what if I could be your tenant? I could lease the property from you and then buy the house from you in a couple years. You don't have to worry about any maintenance, vacancies, repairs. I'll take care of all of that. I'll put one of my tenant buyers in there. I'll manage the property. I'll stay involved with the whole process. I make my profit from the tenant buyer that I put in the house. What if I could do something like that? Would you be interested in maybe doing business today, or probably not?
Well, I mean, I've not heard anything like that before, but I mean, is this something you can send? I can take a look at. I mean, I'm open to anything. I mean, it sounds good, but surely it just can't be that easy, right?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of work involved. I do make good money on deals like this, but let's do this. I know you're real busy, and I got a bunch of houses I'm looking at right now. So, maybe this will work, maybe it won't. But why don't I get some information from you here real quick, and I'll send you a proposal. It's about 9:40 a.m. right now, my time, 10:40 your time. Well, if I sent you something in the next hour, could we talk again later today, maybe 3 or 4 o'clock? What would work better for you?
Could we do 6?
Okay. 6 o'clock, I could do that. Now, it's none of my business, but do you have a spouse or a partner that needs to be in this conversation?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to speak to my wife. I'm not gonna be able to do anything without speaking with her first.
Just to save us both some time, could we have your wife on the phone at the same time?
Yeah, sure. She'll be home. Yeah, we could do that.
All right, cool. Let's do this. I'm gonna send you just a little proposal, tells you a little bit about my program. And let's talk again at 6 o'clock Eastern.
Perfect. Sounds good. I appreciate the call.
Hey, good talking to you, Gavin. I appreciate it. Take care.
Absolutely. Have a good one, Joe. Thanks.
All right. So that's a simple role play.
Yep.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That went a lot better than the one we did yesterday. Gavin and I did a coaching call with our private clients, and we did that. And I was, I don't know, I had a bad hair day or something.
But it's good though. You get better though. I felt more comfortable from yesterday. Yesterday helped this.
Yeah. Well, and that's kind of the point too, is the more you practice, the better you get. And even the best of us, and I'm not saying I'm the best, but you still get butterflies and you still get nervous. You're like, oh no, what are we going to do? Like, you get scared, but by practicing like we just did, find a friend or an investor who understands a little bit, or a spouse, or maybe your 8-year-old kid, and just practice with them. Pretend like you're the seller or the investor, and they're the seller, and just practice what you'd say. And here's the thing, just ask questions. How many questions did I ask in that, Gavin, do you think?
20, 15, 20, I guess.
Yeah, just asking questions about the house. I'm the investor. Okay. Yeah. Now, if he would have had a little bit more equity, or if he would have had a little more motivation, I would have gone down, what's the lowest you'd take, and, make a cash offer. But it's kind of higher end, doesn't need much work. So I went the lease purchase route.
Yeah.
And notice too, I didn't get much information about the property up front because I wanted to be able to ask him more questions.
Yeah.
And that's important. Go ahead.
And the other reason is, just touching on that's important, is because if you start to research it, okay, what happens is that you start putting this scenario in your head, and you start thinking, oh, there's going to be this and that because the pictures look this way, and you have no idea. So then you go in thinking the situation when you don't. So if you don't see anything, it's almost better then to you make a better decision, where you go on Zillow and start looking at pictures. Well, they could be 3 years old. It could be a different house now.
Mm-hmm.
So you're thinking cash, and now it's a completely different. It was actually a quick, funny story. Our team called someone last week, and he's like, where have you seen the house? And so he jumped on Zillow and like, oh, we did a drive-by, blah, blah. And he's like, what color is it? Went on Zillow. He's like, oh, it's got a bit of green, blue. And he went, oh, you're looking at Zillow, are you? That's 3 years old. It's a completely different color. And he called us out, and then we just kind of, Kerry was on the phone, just like laughed. And then he's like, yeah, okay, like, look. And it was just funny. So, and again, you just have to have fun though on the phone. It's not going to go to plan every time, guys. Just enjoy it.
I tried to make fun of myself a little bit too in that call. I said, I'm a little embarrassed,
Yeah.
Sometimes I heard one guy talk about how he always blames it on his assistant. Hey, I'm sorry. My assistant gave me this phone number on the Post-it note.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to call you. I don't even know what's going on here. Playing a little dumb in a certain sense, where you can start asking questions. And that's the key to this. So I think this would be good. Let's do one more role play where we're going to follow up with old leads from another wholesaler. So Gavin, you networked with a wholesaler at a local real estate club, or you called some people up and you said, hey, do you got any old leads that I can maybe follow up for you, and we'll split the deal 50-50. All right. So you be the investor, and I'm the homeowner, and you call me. And, this is a lead from 6 months ago.
So I've been networking. So I don't say that again.
You're the investor. I'm the homeowner. But you networked with some other wholesalers, and you found a wholesaler that had a lead that was 6 months old and gave to you.
And I've got his notes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Perfect. So ring.
Hello.
Hey, is this Joe?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Joe, this is Gavin. I know we've not spoken before. I actually got your address and number from a colleague of mine. You spoke to David about 6 months ago. You probably don't remember this at all.
No, I don't remember, but how can I help you?
Okay, perfect. Have you got a few minutes? Is now a good time?
Yes. I'm walking into a meeting, but I got a minute or two.
Okay, look, I only need a minute of your time. It looks like you were trying to sell your house on 123 Main Street for sale by owner. I just wanted to know if it ended up selling or not.
No, that's one of my rental properties. I just put a tenant. I just rented it out a few months ago.
Oh, okay. So it never sold, huh?
No.
Oh, okay. Why didn't it sell? I mean, I thought
I just decided to, take a different direction. I thought I'd rent it out for another year or two and try it again. Try to sell it again later.
Okay.
It's my mother's old house, and we're just we'd like to sell it, but the rental income is nice.
Okay. Well, I'm super interested in it, and you wouldn't want to sell it now, would you? If I could make you a fair offer, I mean, would you be interested in selling it? And the tenant's in there, that's fine.
Well, I'd consider any offer. Like, the tenant still has 8 months left in their lease. But I'm not going to give it away, you know.
Okay. Well, what would you take? Do you have a mind? If I could give you a number, like what's your bottom line?
Well, we had it listed for 100,000 before.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
You know, if I somewhere around there, I'd be good. But the tenant has to stay there. Did we lose internet?
Just
okay. Sorry, I just said I had it listed for 100,000. The tenants are still in there, but if somewhere around 100,000, I might take that.
Okay. So you wouldn't go any less. You wouldn't take any less than that.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. Make an offer.
Well, okay. Well, let me ask you this: is it a hassle to you all or not? Like this rental?
Well, you know, I have 3 or 4 of them, and they're all kind of a hassle, but that's just the way it is.
Any of them vacant?
No. One of them we're working on right now, fixing up, and we'll get a tenant in there in a few weeks.
Okay. Would you be interested in letting me rent that one from you for a year or 2 and then buy it? That wouldn't work, would it?
Well, I mean, would you be living in it? What do you mean?
No, I'm an investor. I'm an investor, Joe, and I can pay cash, and we don't always. It's got to work for you, right? I'm not here to lowball you and try and pay $50,000 for your house that you want 100 for. But if I could get you something closer in the one that you've got available, and we work on that, I'd be happy then to take the other 3 as well. When we can work the first one out. So why don't you tell me a little bit about the one that you're doing some work on?
Well, it's in the north side. It's in Delwood area, and it's a good rental. We rented it out for $750 last time.
Okay.
It's a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath ranch.
Okay.
We bought it for $60,000.
Okay.
7 years ago.
Okay. Do you have a mortgage on it all, or is it free and clear?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if that's relevant for this call, is it? I mean,
well, the reason being is, sometimes that if you put a ton of money in and, you've borrowed on it, and let's say you owe 70,000, it's only worth 60, then obviously that's going to be a problem to put the deal together. That's all I was asking.
Yeah. Well, we have a little loan on there.
Okay. All right. So let me do this. I'm going to put something together that I want to send over to you. Okay. I don't want to, talk too much about it. I'm going to put you I call it a little credibility pack. Okay. And it's going to explain a bit more about what I do. You're going to check that out. Okay. And I might be able to do something about owner financing as well. But again, I'll send you that as well. And then can we get back on the phone and talk about it? How does that sound?
Well, sure. I'll take a look at what you send me, and then we can maybe talk. Sure. Yeah.
This is really important as well, Joe. If you're not comfortable with it, you can just tell me no, right? You don't have to do anything. We talk to a lot of people. We're looking at deals all the time. I'm actually seeing a couple that's not far from your house, actually. So it's no big deal. But I think that's going to be the best thing. I'm going to send you some information. We'll get back on the phone. How about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning? I know it's getting late here.
Sure.
Does that work?
Yeah. Sure. Okay.
Great. So I'm going to send it tonight. You can take a look. We'll get on the phone tomorrow. And just one last thing. Are you kind of the decision maker in these deals, or do you have a wife or anything, or partners?
Yeah, we kind of have a family business thing. So I've got some, 2 or 3 other guys my brothers that have to look at this with me.
Okay. Well, if I send that over, can you shoot it out to them, or you want to give me the email addresses and I can send it to them all?
Well, I'll send it to them. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if they're available for our call, I know there's 3 or 4 of them. You're probably not going to be able to get them all on the phone call, but if you can get a couple of them on there as well tomorrow morning, that'll be great.
Okay. Well, yeah, just send me what you got.
Awesome. I will. I'll call you at 10 o'clock then, right?
Yep. Okay.
All right. Thanks.
Cool. So, notice Gavin's just asking questions,
Yeah. In that, if Joe would have said, why I didn't want to go to the lease option, I went the owner finance route because he said it was a 2-1, it's lower end, don't really want to do a lease option. If he would have said a 3-2 and it'd be 120,000, then I would have gone straight in for a Sam's lease option. And again, we don't know how these are going to play out, guys. So that's why I was like, is it free and clear? I could do an owner finance, and it's a little mortgage. Could I give him 10,000 down to pay it off and then make payments over a period of time? So this is what I'm doing when I'm on the phone, but I don't want to talk for an hour about it. I want to send information, let him look at it, and then he's going to bring questions to me so I can get it closed.
Yep. One of the things I might have done a little differently is I might have gone a little more down the cash offer route. Like, what's the least you would take on this property? I might have gone, I see how you went the owner financing. I might have gone also towards the cash. What's the absolute least you'd take on both of these properties? Mm-hmm. And you see if if there was any, because I was trying to convey there was some equity in the property. But anyway,
and
that was good.
One last thing on that I asked is that more properties. So we went down this one. It's been rented. He's got one. He doesn't want to give it away, but he's got other ones. So I went, is it vacant? One's vacant. So I went for that. Because that's the
huge.
fastest way to my deal is the vacant one that he's doing up, because he's got more pull and emotion to get rid of that one.
Yeah. And a lot of times when you're doing this follow-up, guys, you're going to find other investors, other buyers that you can add to your buyers list.
Yeah.
You may even find private investors and lenders that can lend on some of your deals. So, just be friendly, ask questions. If you're new, tell them, hey, listen, I'm a little embarrassed. I'm new to this business. I don't know everything I'm doing yet, but I'm just calling up some old leads here to see if maybe you've got a deal you're trying to sell or you're looking to buy a deal. Can I ask you some questions, right? People appreciate the fact that you're calling them. You're just being honest. You're not trying to pretend to be somebody you're not. Make sense?
Absolutely.
All right. Let's go back to this mind map. We're almost done here. This is going way longer than I anticipated, but I thought those role plays were helpful for you guys. Let us know what you think in the Facebook comments down below.
Yeah.
What would you have said differently? What are some things that we could have done different? Maybe some mistakes that we made. Let us know. So follow up. Call 10 people that didn't respond to your marketing. Follow up with 10 people who did respond and maybe said, yeah, I'm not interested. Call them back a week later. And I can't tell you how many stories I had from students. One guy in particular, he texted a lead, didn't respond, finally responded, said, yeah, I'm not interested. He actually, after the seller said no by text, he actually called the seller up by phone and said, hey, listen, I know you said no, but I love this area. I really do like this property. I'm looking for more homes in the area. Do you have anything in the area maybe? Turns out this guy who said no said, well, yeah, you know what? I got 5 other properties. And he went and got 5 deals from that seller who said no because he followed up even after he said no. So I'm telling you again, follow up with the yeses, the nos, and the maybes.
Yeah, and never assume that they're going to tell you that they've got other properties, because it might seem so, oh yeah, do you want to buy this? No, I don't want to sell it. And then you'd imagine they go, but I've got other ones I want to sell. That doesn't always happen, guys. You have to ask the question. Yeah.
Okay, so some of you don't even have 5 leads yet, maybe. So what do? You've done the marketing, maybe. Maybe the letters haven't hit yet. Maybe, you've only sent 10 texts to Craigslist, 10 to Zillow, 10 emails. You've not gotten leads yet. So here's what you do. Real simple. Pick up the phone and start calling people until you get 5 leads. One thing you could do, you could start calling property managers. Hey, do you have any clients who want to sell their property? You could go online and look at there's certain areas of each community where there's more wholesaling activity, right? So get a friend to get on the MLS and find out who are the listing agents and the buyer's agents that are doing deals in those communities. In St. Louis, we've got like Florissant, for example, or maybe Hazelwood. And I could go in the MLS and I could go see who are the buyer's agents of properties that have sold, who are the listing agents, and just call them up. Say, hey, I'm an investor. Do you have any deals that aren't on the MLS yet, that are off-market deals that I can make an offer on? And if you bring me a deal, you may not have anything now, but can I send you my information? So if you find something later on, you can send it to me, and I'll let you represent me and get both sides of the commissions. And a lot of you are asking, well, how does that work? You just tell the realtor, listen, if you bring me a deal, I'll let you represent me. So you can represent me as the buyer, and you can represent the seller as the seller's agent, whatever, and get both sides of the commission. Look at it from the realtor's perspective, make it attractive and interesting for them. Make sense?
Yeah.
So you have no excuse. Even if you've done all the marketing and you don't have 5 leads yet, pick up the phone and start calling other wholesalers, investors, property managers, realtors. Maybe just go to Craigslist and start calling the landlords. Go to gosection8.com. Start calling the landlords on Go Section 8. Start calling Zillow FSBOs. You don't have an excuse. The goal is to talk to 5 sellers a day. That's how you do it. All right, so a lot of people are asking us, listen, Joe, Gavin, how can I work with you guys? How can I work closely with this? Is cool, but maybe I'm a little overwhelmed. I need some help. I don't know where to start. Real quick, I want to tell you guys something. We want to do more deals. We're doing about 5 to 10 deals a month right now with one of our students in one market down in Alabama. And we want to grow. We're looking to expand into new markets. This is not about coaching and mentoring. One of the big reasons why we're doing this challenge is so that we can find people who are actually starting to take action, starting to take some initiative and do some marketing, getting some leads. They just want some help. So we're looking to expand into new markets. This isn't coaching or mentoring, really. I mean, we do some coaching and mentoring, but it's not about that. We're looking for several select partners we can personally work with one-on-one to open new markets and launch completely new wholesaling and or lease option businesses from scratch. So if you're interested, pay attention. We're going to talk about this here a little bit. You have 2 choices right now, guys. You can take what we've just talked about and do it all yourself, which is awesome. Or you can continue with what you've learned today and this last week and work directly, closely with us, where we can help you and we can actually implement with you everything we've just talked about. All right. Now, who is this not for? If you're lazy and you don't like to put in the effort or work, obviously it's not for you. If you're broke and you don't have any money, you got to invest something in marketing, then this might not be for you. This isn't for you if you're like wanting to get rich quick. If you need to make a paycheck next week, this may not be for you. This isn't a get rich scheme. We've all been taken advantage of by that huckster guru that promises click a few buttons and you make money and it falls from the sky and it's easy and push button automated and all of that. We've all fallen, well, maybe most of us, I have fallen to prey to some of those scam artists that make it sound way too easy. So if you're into get rich quick stuff, then go ahead and let's just check out. This isn't for you. The people that the numbers that we share are real. And we're going to be talking about some of those numbers on today's coaching call. The numbers that we share with our clients, they're real, but we're by no means promising that this is going to work for everybody. In fact, it really only works for a small percentage of people. Most people who buy education products or coaching don't make any money with it. That's just the facts. But what we're doing now is different. We're trying to make it where we're going to partner with folks and do deals with folks. We're going to help set up their system, set up their marketing with them so that they can actually go out there. And if they do what we teach them and what we implement for them, they can actually make money. So this is limited because of our time. The number of individuals that we can work with in each market is extremely limited. Some markets are exclusive. We only work with one client. It's strictly on a first come, first served basis. So this is limited. And we do little workshops, implementation workshops every month, and they fill up. We only take about 10 to 12 people or businesses in them. So it is limited in the number of people that we can work with. So what would you be getting? There's a website you can go get more information if you want to check it out. It's coachjoe.net, and there's a little video here of me and Gavin talking about it. And what we're looking for, what we will provide for you right here, what you will be doing under our guidance and supervision, some of the requirements. There is an investment required that you get back when we do 2 deals together. So you get that back over the first 2 deals we get together. And that investment is for the marketing and the systems and stuff like that. And we want to make sure that you're serious about this too. So this is about how to apply, and you can go to this link right here to let us know more information about you. Now we're doing, some of you might have seen our last Facebook Live where we did a workshop just this week, Gavin.
Yeah, it was this week.
It was this week with some entrepreneurs and that we're working with, and it was a lot of fun. We're doing our next one April 8th and 9th. It's a small conference room. We actually will set up with you all your systems, set up all your marketing, get you the virtual assistants. And then in the workshop, we actually talk about how to use all this stuff, what to do with the leads as they come in, how to talk to sellers, how to make offers, how the contracts work. So it's really awesome. I love these workshops. Our next one is April 8th and 9th. So if you're interested, you're going to come out here to St. Louis. I promise you it won't be as cold as it was
the last two
earlier
times.
The last two times. Last two times it must have been like 10 degrees. It was crazy. April will be warmer, I promise. It might be a little rainy. So let's get on the phone to see if you're a good fit. You can go to coachjoe.net, which takes you to this page right here, and just let you know a little bit more about us. And then you can go straight to the Podio application here, where you can actually just tell us a little bit about yourself. We'll get on the phone, see if you're a good fit, see if we're a good fit for you, and go from there. Cool. So if you want to work with us, check it out. No hyper, no pressure. We're just pretty two laid back, chill guys. We're not going to high pressure you into anything.
No.
All right. But we just want to do more deals.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay. This has been fun. Hey, listen, again, today at 2:00 Eastern, which is in a few hours, we're going to be doing our special implementation coaching call where we're going to be answering your questions and showing you some cool things. Can't wait to see you on there. And thanks, Gavin.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, guys. It's been a great week. Appreciate you all.
Cheers. See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye.